Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. Here's Turner, and stolen by Thompson. Here's Gafford, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And you know, Clark, you look at the switch the Mavericks hit last year. This is a team that has certainly bought in.
It's pretty clear, Kevin. They believe in their coach, and they know they can make it to the finals now. They look to empower one another. They play as more than the sum of their parts, that's for sure. A well-oiled, cohesive group.
Now, Dinwiddie, following the three-point attempt by Tyrese Halliburton. No good on the wing three. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, earlier I spoke with Rick Carlisle. He told me, now that team goes as Anthony Davis goes. When AD is feeling good and he's in rhythm, everything clicks. Coach said we'll need a team effort at both ends. Our communication has to be excellent, and even then, we're not going to completely stop them, guys.
Thanks, David.
At least you need to honor Davis's three-point shot because he can make those.
Driving inside. Halliburton deciding where to go with it. Back to Turner. Wide open. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
Turner is very comfortable letting it go from there. A dependable scorer from the mid-range.
Gafford. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Halliburton on the wing. Lots of room. Dinwiddie with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Thompson. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Yes, sir. AD threw it down easily.
Here's Siakam. That ball's nice feed that time from Halliburton.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo, one of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Now, here's Thompson. Davis down low. Out to Thompson. Hits it from three-point range.
Anywhere on the arc, Thompson is a threat. You have to do all you can to run him off that line.
Siakam's shot is off.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
Mavericks substitution. Number 00, Max Christie.
A minute 50 left to play here in the first. Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
Here's Dinwiddie. After Indiana gets the three. Pass to Thompson. Back to Dinwiddie. And here's Davis for three. The rebound by Turner. Pacers trailed by 3. Inside. We've got 1:08 left in the first. Turner with the screen. 6 to shoot. Neesmith. Count the basket.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Out to Thompson. To the inside. Davis in the corner. Back to Gafford. Lets it go with a 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Halliburton with it. Defended by Dinwiddie.
How about Halliburton? Fella going right to the rim, sneak dunking on that attack. Impressive.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Over to the wing. Here's Thompson. No good, unable to end this run.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Yeah, you got to get out on that. Siakam demonstrating that ability to hurt you from beyond.
Halliburton with the steal. He gets it up. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Pacers lead by 4. Live from Cambridge Fieldhouse, you're watching 2K Sports. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Pacers?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them, guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. That's the latest, David.
Kevin, thanks. The Mavericks at last season's trade deadline added length by acquiring Daniel Gafford and P.J. Washington. Coach Jason Kidd says they help on both ends. Gafford has the ability to roll, has great hands. P.J. can put the ball on the floor and guard 1 through 5. And then defensively, they both bring physicality. Kevin?
David, there is an argument to be made. That was one of the best trades in mid-season this league has seen in a very long time. And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
Here's Siakam. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
It's important that Siakam plays with confidence from there. I mean, when he does, the results are often like that one.
Now, here's Marshall. No scoring in this one. Back to Lively. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Christie. And a miss there on the triple. Indiana leading by 6. Now, here's Siakam. Out left to the wing. Neesmith off target with his 3.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Down low. Lively with it. Pass to Marshall. 3-pointer. Sinks the triple.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
And Siakam has it in the corner. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Mavericks trailed by 3. Here's Christie. It's rebounded by Neesmith. Now Siakam. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Turner. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot. Can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
Indiana leading by 5. 1:46 left here in the second. A shot by Nembhard, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Now here's Williams. Still without a basket. Turner with the steal. And here's the fast break. Siakam leading the way. Here's Nembhard. Pass to McConnell. To the middle. Here's Turner. And it's Turner finishing it off.
Does a nice job at capitalizing in the screen and roll. I mean, Turner's IQ and size. Tough to contain when he's rolled into the basket.
Now, here's Marshall. Dallas again missing.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one open.
Neesmith with the ball. Guarded now by Marshall. Back to Neesmith. Some nice passing here by Indiana. McConnell scanning the floor. 8 away. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And now a 9-point Pacer lead. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Lively. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Siakam. The Mavericks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And the first one drops.
Taking 2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line. There's 21 seconds left now here in the second. Pass to Halliburton. There's the lob to the hoop. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Toppin.
Checking in for the Mavericks, number 21, Daniel Gafford.
6 seconds left in the first half. Dinwiddie for 3. And the 3 ball is good. Dinwiddie's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Indiana out in front, leading by 4. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Boy, you look at these role players the Mavs have, Clark. They've done a great job.
They really have, Kevin. I mean, the front office identified who the players were that could best play with their core stars. Needed defenders and guys that could catch and shoot the 3. They went out and loaded up the roster with those perfectly fitting role players.
Here's Shepherd. The Mavericks making the shot. Halliburton in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. Unloads from 13. Rebounded by Gafford. The Mavericks trailing. Now, here's Washington. Hasn't made one yet. Inside. Dinwiddie outside. Dallas needs to get off a shot for the tie. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
Pascal Siakam.
It's a close game here in Indianapolis. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks very much. Tyrese Halliburton is a person who's in control. He says, I want to win, so I'm just trying to figure out the right way to do that. Right now, it's get the ball in my hands and just make the right reads. I can facilitate probably better than the majority of people in the league. So that's what I want to do. I want to get my guys involved. Kevin?
He does, doesn't he, David? Every single time. And, David, we thank you for that report. Over a minute and a half into the 3rd quarter of action. Stolen by Washington.
Clever, crafty defense. He saw that pass coming before it was even made.
Davis sets a screen. Down low. In the corner, it's Gafford. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. But we were just talking, P.J. Washington has improved his defense, hasn't he?
He really has been intentional about getting better at that end of the floor. And, you know, he always had a good foundation for potentially being an outstanding defender, but then he put the work in. You know, he does a great job with his positioning. He's got excellent positional size, and because of all of that in his work, he's a versatile defender now that can make an impact at that end of the floor.
And that one's good by Davis.
Love the readiness of AD. He's already prepared himself to shoot before receiving the ball.
And here's Halliburton. It's Nembhard on the wing. Shot clock at 6. To stop the drought. And it's slammed in by Turner.
He's so dangerous in the pick and roll. Halliburton beating the defense with that pass right there.
To the inside. Out to the wing. A shot by Washington, and he's wide open. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Right side Turner. In the corner, it's Neesmith. That ball. Nice speed that time from Turner. Now it's a 5-point Indiana lead.
You know, to me, this is what you love seeing from Turner, the willingness to give the ball up and get his guys going.
Pass to Davis. Off target from outside. And so it's Indiana with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Indiana moving the ball around. Screen by Siakam. To the middle. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. After exploding onto the NBA radar in 2019, Siakam Clark has been a sure thing on offense.
Well, you know what you're going to get from Pascal Siakam. I mean, whether it's in the open floor or in the half-court sets, he's a guy you can count on delivering when you give him the ball in those situations. His offense never takes a night off.
Now here's Williams. Nothing on the board, and it's Williams with the jam.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Here's Halliburton. Lets the 3 fly. Drains it from beyond the arc. Halliburton's got 5 points so far.
Halliburton, a really good knockdown shooter, which adds great value to this offense.
Williams looking over the floor. Here's Marshall. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. He has 5.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
On the wing, Mathurin. .26 seconds left to play in the third. Halliburton inside the three-point line. Doesn't get it to drop for him. From deep, Williams buries it from three-point range.
3.
Here's Halliburton. He has 5. Not much in the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Checking in for the Mavericks, number 16. Caleb Martin.
So it's the Mavericks now. They trail by 3.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Pacers lead by 4. And fourth. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Here's McConnell. And the call will be against Derek Lively. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
McConnell with it. Williams picks him up. Pass to Neesmith. Turner with the screen. Shoots from the corner. Right through the cylinder that time. All net.
All Halliburton needs is a little dancing room. Once the screen provides that, he's ready to roll.
Inside. And stolen by Siakam. Halliburton drives in. And Halliburton slams it in.
just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Drills the three-pointer.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Siakam, good.
Oh, the numbers speak for themselves. Siakam showing great versatility on the offensive end.
To the wing right side. Outside Edwards. From outside the arc. Pacers with the rebound.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Got that one up quick. McConnell's got the lead up to 10 now for the Pacers.
Halliburton has such a really good feel for the game. He knows exactly how to get his guys to step up.
Here's Lively. The kick out to Williams. Lock at 6. Oh, good with the triple. Pacers leading by 10. Halliburton on the wing. McConnell in the corner. Halliburton with it. Puts it up from 15. Rebound by Marshall. From deep, Williams. Doesn't go that time. Smart accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Here's Halliburton. Takes it out to Siakam. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And right there, you see the impact of Siakam's length. So tough to defend once he gets to his spot.
Good on the second free throw. Mavericks trailed by 11.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Davis looking for an opening. Takes it inside.
I tell you what, fellas, we are watching a mobile big man do his work. So smooth for his size is Anthony Davis.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Indiana.
2 shots.
Well, you know, for me, the passing has been fantastic all night. Everybody loves watching this style of basketball where the ball moves and players move. Coaches, fans, and even us broadcasters can appreciate that kind of action.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Mavericks ball.
.137 left in the fourth quarter. Over in the corner, Washington. Gafford inside, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Left side, Halliburton. And the Pacers tack on 2 more.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Indiana.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Pascal Siakam.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
They get the rebound, and Gafford throws it down. There's 45 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
Mavericks ball. Christie. First personal foul. Third team foul.
There's 42 seconds left in the fourth. Back to Halliburton. Shot, high post. And that one is off. Dallas with the ball. On the wing, Dinwiddie. Pass to Gafford. And here is Washington. And stolen by Siakam. Halliburton drives in. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg.
What a great game. I went off with Spicy P. I had a tough start with Halliburton, though, with Tyrese. Turner 8-10. Siakam 17-6. Tyrese 16-6. Smith. Everybody pitched in. I don't really play everybody else much. 87 overall. Halliburton 89. 83. 106 with Davis. Anthony Davis. Brandon Williams. I don't know who that is. Marshall. He didn't really have shooters other than Klay Thompson, right? Anthony Davis 95. Good team comparison. I shot 7 for 14, 3-pointers. He shot 6 for 22. I shot 50% from 3-pointers. Free throw 3 for 4, only 3 for 6. Fast break 14. Points in the paint 20. He had 16. I had 5 bench points. He had 19. I had 13 assists. Biggest lead 15. His biggest lead was 6. First quarter, I was up by 4. Second quarter, we evened out. First half, 2 of 8 for 3-point. Third quarter, 3-pointer made. Fourth quarter was nice with it. Shot chart, as you can see. Good game.